All right, first of all, good morning to all our citizens and those that are chiming into our virtual educational session. To give you an update on our SPLOST 2021 initiative that's on the ballot on the referendum for June 9th. Before we get in to provide you perspective about this morning's virtual town hall, I'd like to first of all introduce or have our respective city managers introduce themselves. So if the respective city managers would introduce themselves, and we'll get back into the platform for this morning.
Who wants to start off?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm sorry I don't have video this morning to everybody, but I'm Chris Lighty, City Manager for the City of Lake City.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, sir.
I'll go next, Dietrich. I'm Sylvia Reddick, the City Manager for the City of Morrow.
Good morning, Sylvia.
Ricky Clark, City Manager for the City of Jonesboro.
Good morning, Ricky.
Scott Wood, City Manager, Riverdale.
And good morning, Scott. So fortunately enough, we have 5 of our 7 cities represented on the virtual call this morning. The platform will go as follows. We will have a 15-minute PowerPoint presentation that will give you context to what is SPLOST and give you an overview of a lot of the projects that the county and the respective cities are asking you to consider on the ballot. So after that, we'll give each of the cities an opportunity to kind of drill down, to give you a little more context to the respective projects in their cities. And then we'll go to our Q&A from our citizens if there's any specific questions that you may have with regard to the SPLOST initiative. So with that, we'll start our PowerPoint and we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes.
Clayton County SPLOST 2020, a community collaboration for all of Clayton County. In 1985, the Georgia legislature gave counties the option to implement a 1-cent special purpose local option sales tax, commonly known as SPLOST. It is a 1% or 1 penny per dollar collected for capital improvement projects. SPLOST is not a new tax. Voters will decide on the proposed continuation of the current 1% sales tax. Since 2004, Clayton County voters have approved a series of 1% SPLOST to fund many capital projects and improvements in all districts of the county. So what is the breakdown of the sales tax you pay? The state of Georgia collects a fixed sales tax of 4%. The proposed continuation of the 1% optional county SPLOST will be used for capital improvement projects. The optional Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority, or MARTA, receives 1% for public transportation. The optional Education Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, or eSPLOST, is a 1% education tax that the school district can use for capital improvement projects such as building new schools, purchasing buses, and more. In addition, the optional local option sales tax is a 1% sales tax that is used for specific local or area projects such as improving area streets and roads or refurbishing a community's city areas. SPLOST funds keep property taxes lower and allows tourists, renters, and non-residents to contribute to the betterment of Clayton County with the proposed continuation of the 1% sales tax. Therefore, those who visit our county to dine at our restaurants, shop at our local malls, shops, gas stations, and other businesses contribute to help make improvements throughout the county. In general, the tax may be levied or in place for up to 5 years. If the renewal is approved, collections would begin January 2021. An estimated $280 million is projected to be collected during the 5-year renewal period. The county and cities agreed to share the SPLOST funds for improvements. Voters will decide on the proposed continuation of the county SPLOST program in the election on June 9th. Early and advanced voting will be held May 18th through May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., May 26th through May 29th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., May 30th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., May 31st from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and June 1st through June 5th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. For additional details on early and advanced voting locations, visit www.claytoncountyga.gov. Funds are invested in various projects in all districts that have long-term impact and use for all Clayton County citizens, like our senior centers, which happen to be the only nationally accredited senior centers in the state of Georgia, as well as recreation centers, fire stations, police precincts, 911 center, equipment, technology, roadways, bridges, large-scale transportation improvements, and park and trail improvements throughout the county. Additionally, SPLOST has minimized long-term debt in Clayton County and saved more than $300 million in financing costs compared to issuing bonds. Thanks to voter approval of the 1% SPLOST, the Flint River Community Center is under construction and will be located on a 21-acre site on Flint River Road. This is a collaborative effort between the Senior Services Department and the Parks and Recreation Department. This facility will provide recreation and activity areas for multiple generations of families to share. It will feature for the first time in Clayton County a black box theater designed especially for live performances with flexible stage and seating arrangements. The facility will also feature areas for all ages such as game rooms, exercise rooms, a multi-purpose gym area, and an outdoor splash pod. The Clayton County Library System contributes to the community and its citizens by offering services that meet their informational, educational, and leisure interests. There are 6 libraries located in the county and a total of 2,992 library programs and over 500,000 books. The new Northwest Branch Library will be the 7th library in Clayton County. It is also currently under construction and includes enclosed and individual rooms, meeting rooms designed for daily functions with a capacity of more than 40 people, and areas known as maker space that will be utilized for creative activities. The furniture, fixtures, and equipment will be mobile and easy to move around and will include furniture with charging stations for phones, laptops, and other mobile devices. Located on Anvil Block Road in Ellenwood, this new senior center will be the 4th SPLOST-funded senior center in Clayton County. It will provide the opportunity for expanded services and programs that promote independence, dignity, and enhance the quality of life for older adults. New features include a lap swimming pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, a community garden, and large multi-purpose space for performing arts and other activities. Clayton County Senior Services Department enhances the quality of life for elderly citizens by assessing and expanding an in-home service delivery model. The programs offered are designed with an emphasis on health and wellness, which include health screenings, exercise programs, nutrition, education, and field trips. Clayton County Senior Centers are the only nationally accredited senior centers in Georgia. Located at International Park in Jonesboro, the planned Lake Spivey Recreation Center has been combined with the new Parks and Recreation Administration Building project to create one new complex. The new facility will be integrated with the Lake Spivey Trail, part of the Clayton Connects trail system. It boasts a modern, family-friendly design with a lodge feel. In addition to an indoor swimming pool, this center will provide new amenities never offered to our citizens before, such as a spin cycle studio, CrossFit training, and a cafe and coffee shop. New administrative offices will provide a central location for the administrative staff to plan and supervise the many programs they offer. Here, residents will be able to register for programs, pick up information, volunteer, and learn about upcoming signature events. For more information on active and completed projects, visit www.claytonsplost.com. If the proposed 1% county SPLOST is approved by voters, The county plans to invest in a new 85,000 square foot Clayton County Administration building that will consolidate departments and help centralize services like human resources, legal, finance, and other Board of Commissioners departments and services under one roof, which may include a parking deck. Another proposed project is the Clayton County Behavioral Health Crisis Center, a freestanding facility where patients with urgent or psychiatric needs can receive crisis stabilization services in a safe, structured manner with 24-hour observation and supervision. The Clayton County Justice Center that opened in 2000, which is also a SPLOST-funded project, will receive upgrades to its roof, HVAC replacement, and sewer system upgrades. SPLOST would also fund the floor replacement of the Frank Bailey Senior Center. Replacing the carpet and other flooring will present a clean upgrade and appeal for the facility. The Green Space Master Plan is a proposed continuation involving destination accessibility for alternate means of transportation, acquisition of green space tracts, and walkable communities, which would include park-managed woodlands, forestry areas, and trails. A new helicopter is proposed for the police department. The aviation unit currently operates 2 helicopters, a 1990 Bell 206L3 purchased in 1996 and a 1971 Bell OH-58C that was transferred from the Department of Defense in 1996 under the Law Enforcement Support Office and serves as a surplus aircraft. As a result, when the police department no longer operates this helicopter, it must be returned to LESO. In addition, the DoD no longer operates the Bell OH-58 helicopters, and Bell no longer manufactures OH-58s or its civilian counterpart, the 206. Economically, the police department would no longer be able to operate either in the future. Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services has led the way in hiring a diverse workforce with a staff of nearly 30% female. Station 2 was constructed prior to the department hiring its first female firefighter and will account for a diverse workforce. The Police Academy is currently housed in the basement of police headquarters. There is no space for growth, and staff has to move between the gun range in Lovejoy and classroom space in Jonesboro. Building an academy at the gun range will allow the police department to update the existing range, which is used by other agencies, including federal agencies, as well as build a facility that we can showcase for recruitment and growth of our public safety officials and a safer Clayton County. Additionally, models for portable radios purchased in 2014 to 2015 need to be replaced to ensure public safety maintains critical communications capabilities. Public safety vehicle replacements would assist with overall annual maintenance costs per vehicle and will allow Clayton County Police Department to offer better incentives for potential officers for take-home vehicles and helps to offset reduction in salary. We all benefit from transportation projects including road resurfacing, sidewalks, pedestrian crossings, corridor improvements, bridges, traffic signals, operational and safety improvements, and more as part of the Clayton County Comprehensive Transportation Plan. Safety along our roadways, like street lighting, is also important. Potential projects would include lighting and/or pedestrian lighting along corridors that are not addressed by the county residential streetlight program. Since the county streetlight program is only residential based, it has been difficult for the county to obtain streetlights in non-residential areas. Georgia's second largest convention center, the Georgia International Convention Center, is in need of capital improvements and renovations. Located in the city of College Park, just 1/4 mile from the busiest airport in the world, the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, the GICC is the only convention center directly connected to a major airport. The city of Forest Park is in need of improvements for facilities, parks, and greenways. Also proposed is the purchase of equipment and vehicles for various departments. In Jonesboro, SPLOST improvement proposed projects include Broad Street Plaza, sidewalks, trails, and street improvements, as well as the construction of a new city center. SPLOST project improvements for Lake City includes upgrades to the Lake City Community Center, the Lake City Community Park, the Oswald Nature Preserve, and upgrades to public safety and public works vehicles. SPLOST project improvements for the City of Lovejoy include sidewalks, intersections, roads and traffic lights, road resurfacing, public safety equipment, and technology upgrades. Proposed improvements for the City of Morrow include parks and recreation, public safety vehicles, and equipment and upgrades to buildings and facilities. And in Riverdale, proposed SPLOST projects include building and infrastructure improvements, upgrade to streets and roads, in addition to quality of life projects and public safety equipment. For more information on Clayton County SPLOST, visit www.claytonsplost.com.
All right, everyone. So again, the deal there was to give you an overview of the majority of our SPLOST projects by municipality as well as the county. I want to use this as an unsolicited plug, giving thanks to the leadership of our Information Technology Director, Jason Brookins, and the work of Ms. Takia Thomas, who helped facilitate this actual narration of the PowerPoint. So with that, I want to give each of the city managers an opportunity to kind of expound upon anything that you think is pertinent to the voters with regard to your project in the city. And so I'll start with Chris, and we'll work our way back down the list. So Mr. Lighty.
Thanks, Dietrich. And I'd just like to thank all the people that have signed on to attend this meeting with us today, and to let them know, as the city manager for the small city in Clayton County, these SPLOST projects and SPLOST monies are extremely important to my community, because without them, a lot of these projects that we have completed in the past and are looking forward to completing in the future for our residents and guests wouldn't be able to be done. A couple of things I'd just like to talk with folks about is our current community center that we have here that is enjoyed almost every weekend throughout the year by our residents here, was built with SPLOST dollars in the past, as well as the Oswald Nature Park. Last year, we renovated Lake City Community Park, and we're currently getting ready to, and anybody who's ever driven on Forest Parkway between Highway 54 and Highway 42 can appreciate that set to begin June 22nd in partnership with Clayton County DOT as well as Georgia DOT. We're going to be repaving Forest Parkway all the way from Highway 54 to Highway 42. And our part from Lake City will be paid with SPLOST dollars that was earmarked from the current SPLOST. And so with that being said, what would be new if this current next SPLOST would be approved by our voters? We're looking at some infrastructure improvements with sidewalks, possibly some sewer improvements that would connect the east side of our city with Clayton County sewer projects, as well as upgrades to our community center and the public works building. Quality of life upgrades, we'd like to create a park here in front of City Hall. That would be one of the largest things that we've done, which would open up and really create a town center, more or less, for Lake City. We'd be able to tie our City Hall with Oswald Nature Park to Reynolds Nature Preserve, as well as to the community center here already. So, Dietrich, those are some of the projects, if our voters vote for that we would be able to implement with the approval of the current SPLOST. Thank you.
Chris, I appreciate that. So we'll move on to Ms. Reddick in the city of Morrow to provide context to improvements in the city of Morrow. Sylvia?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for everybody joining this morning. In Morrow, probably our biggest project is going to be, should this SPLOST pass, the pursuit of a recreation center built out of a church we purchased on Reynolds Road, adjacent to the field where we do our fireworks demonstrations every 4th of July. That is something that we've heard consistently from our residents, that they want a place to go and do stuff, a combination of senior center and rec center for all ages. So that'll be one of the things that we hope to push forward. Also extending our path system. We're currently going into phase 3 of that path system system's construction. It traverses along Jester's Creek through many of our neighborhoods. So we're always looking to extend that path system as a quality of life issue for visitors and residents alike. And then we will road improvements and lighting. We have done sort of a assessment with Georgia Power of all of our neighborhoods and parks, and we are in need of adding additional lighting throughout the city. So those are some of the highlights for our SPLOST moving forward.
I think it actually started at 11.
Let me get my note.
Sure to grab a quick chair.
Sylvia, thank you. I appreciate that. So, Mr. Clark, give us an update in the city of Jonesboro, sir.
Yes, sir, Mr. Stanford. Again, thank you all for the opportunity. You've asked us through our Blueprint Master Plans and our downtown revitalization plans to provide a vibrant downtown comprising both shops, retail, restaurants, commercial establishments, just a wide range of activity. And that's what we're looking for your support with this current SPLOST. The projects contemplate completion of the Broad Street Plaza project, which you can see we're currently standing at right now doing several site meetings. We've also put in our SPLOST project list the erection of a new city center. As you know, the current City Hall site was built back in the early 1900s. Of course, at this current time, it doesn't accommodate the needs. We are completely full as it relates to offices without any possible way to enlarge the space. Same scenario with our police department. So we've included that in our SPLOST list as well. The final thing that we've included in our SPLOST is continuity of improving our sidewalks and trail system. On last year, our council approved allowing golf carts on every street within the corporate city limits of Jonesboro, with the exception of your main thoroughfares such as Terra Boulevard and Spur 138. So this SPLOST would allow us to further that connectivity of SPLOST outside of the actual incorporated areas of the city of Jonesboro.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clark. Before we pivot to Scott, I think Forest Park has joined us as well. I don't know if that's Mr. Barker or Mr. Clark that's on. So if City of Forest Park would chime in.
Hi, can you all hear me?
We can.
Okay, this is actually Darquita Williams, the city clerk, stepping in for our city manager. Thank you all for being here. And so the main thing that we're looking to do, we have our public administrative building that we're currently trying to break ground on, and also our fire station, along with some street and sidewalk projects. So those are the main things that we're kind of looking forward to with this new SPLOST that's coming out.
Thank you, Ms. Williams, for joining us and providing context to the city of Forest Park. Last but certainly not least, Mr. Wood from the city of Riverdale.
Thank you, Mr. Stanford, and thank you for hosting these webinars. I hope they have been meaningful to the voting public as they have been able to watch them. I don't think it can be underscored or emphasized enough that this SPLOST program is simply a continuation. As the narrator said, it is not the imposition of a new tax, it's the continuation of an opportunity for Clayton County to continue to progress. We've made a lot of progress in the last several years. Failure to continue this SPLOST will certainly impede that continued progress for the entire community, not just for any individual city, but for our entire county and each of the cities within it. Riverdale's looking at upgrading public safety vehicles. We place no greater importance on any service we deliver than public safety, and fire trucks are certainly expensive. We need to upgrade our all of our public safety vehicles. We are in the process of upgrading, rehabilitating our public safety building, which is the old City Hall. Of course, streets continue to deteriorate, and we use SPLOST monies to resurface streets. We need to build sidewalks. There are a lot of areas in the city where pedestrians walk, where their safety could be improved. And so we want to continue to build sidewalks and make improvements to our parks and recreation areas.
Thank you, Scott, for the overview. I'll provide kind of some overview of some of the things that we're doing here in the county. As I'm doing that, if there are any questions that any of our citizens or any of the participants that have chimed in would like to either have us to expound upon or provide you more context, please go go to the Q&A on the actual Zoom call, and you can put your question in that area, and we'll do our best to address your question. So on the county side, we did probably an extensive overview in the PowerPoint, as you probably have seen. One of the projects that we would like to emphasize that we did not mention in our PowerPoint slide was the collaboration with the school system. As we all know, the school system has done a phenomenal job in building up their respective infrastructure. But one of the other things that they're looking to do is looking at having an arena in our county. They pay quite a bit of money outside of the county when we're trying to facilitate graduations or larger events, because it's difficult for us to have what we consider a destination spot within the county to facilitate those type of events. With that being said, part of the referendum is calling for money to be housed with the school system, to then in turn partner with them to look at making this dream come true as it pertains to the arena itself. So that's one of the projects that we did not emphasize in our PowerPoint slide, but wanted our citizens to know that we will be working in conjunction with the school system and probably some of our city partners as well to bring that project to fruition. With that, I'm looking for any questions, which I see none at this time. I think Scott said it well as my other colleagues. This is a collaboration. This is about ensuring that the best of what Clayton County has to offer in our cities and within our county is actually demonstrated and shown to our respective citizens. So we would ask that you would go out, can't tell you how to vote, but we thought it was important to provide you context to educationally the things that we're looking to do to bring these projects to bear. So with that, again, we have opportunities for early voting up through the 5th of this week. And then, of course, next Tuesday will be the final voting day of June 9th. So we encourage you to vote your conscience, go out and, again, continue to look at this reimposition of this tax to continue to benefit the citizens the best we can. So with that, we wish you all a great day. Continued blessings to each of your respective families. And as we've always said, hashtag Clayton Strong. Have a great day.